Chapter 5. The Social Studies and Science Interdisciplinary block arrives like a slow-motion steamroller. The wall between the Social Studies and Science classrooms has been open. I'm on the Social Studies side because that's the class I would usually have now. But at least I can see the tanks of hermit crabs on the Science side. They could use a cleaning. I'm signed up for extra help in science during the special ACE period on Wednesdays because I don't do homework in that class either, but it's okay because Mr. Peck lets me spend the period cleaning the tanks. They're usually filthy. I figure he's the one who needs the extra help. "Let's get cracking," Miss Rochambeau calls out. "I want to see nothing on your desk except your debate packet. I'll be coming around to check." Around me, everyone moves in a flurry, clearing out their desks to lean out their beautiful, filled-out, remembered packets. Octopuses can squish their bodies down to no bigger than a crumpled-up bag of chips. By the time Miss Rochambeau gets to my desk, I might as well be that balled-up bag, with all the chip bits eaten, ready to be tossed into the trash. Miss Rochambeau raises her eyebrows when she gets to me. Not in a "how clever to ball up like a bag of chips" way, but in the "you have disappointed me with your very being" way that teachers are so good at. She shakes her head as she writes my 0 in her gradebook. "Sometimes, Zoe, I hope you surprise me." "I forgot it at home," I say to my desk. "I promise I finished it." She murmurs. "Doesn't do you any good at home, unfortunately." She pretends she believes me. I pretend I don't want to squirt octopus ink all over this classroom. "Maybe I could be in the debate anyway," I say, even though she's already moved on to the next kid. I know all my facts. She doesn't look up from the other kid's packet. "Then you should have brought in your filled-out packet so I could see that." I was very clear with my expectations. Having to sit and watch everyone else is even worse than getting Miss Rochambeau's raised eyebrow of disappointment. Do I have something like that? Let me know. Calvin Ubitor mumbles through his opening statement about the terrifying Tyrannosaurus Rex, reading directly from his packet. Then Matt Hubbard is up. He stands up like he's been waiting his whole life for the opportunity to address the combined social studies and science classes. "My friends, the best animal on this earth is clearly the orca." Did I make up that whole Matt agreeing with me in homeroom thing up? Did that even happen? Because part of me feels like I shouldn't be allowed to think the name Matt Hubbard, or at least that if I do, angry flying Vikings will show up and beat me over the head with wooden swords, yelling, "Not worthy!" Because he's the whole package, like an all-expenses-paid trip to Disney World package. And I'm nothing like that. Maybe I'm the stub of an already used bus ticket, specifically the bus that my dad took to get away from us. And even then, I'm the ticket stub that's at the back of the bus with muddy boot marks all over it. But he did talk to me, didn't he? And he looked at me like he could see me and like he respected my amazing analysis of the Patriots game. Because it was amazing, wasn't it? "They are fierce predators that can swim up to 30 miles per hour, Matt is proclaiming. He definitely isn't reading off his packet like Calvin was. "Orcas work together in teams to take down their prey, and," he raises his finger in the air, "they will share the meat with the whole pod." In a flash, he produces a giant bag of Swedish fish and starts passing them out. So here's your virtual Swedish fish that I would have given you. He keeps up his presentation over the joyful squeals as people get handfuls of candy fish delivered to their desk. I pop one in my mouth. It's delicious. Could I have actually competed with this? And they're camouflaged. They're black backs blends. Ooh, hang on. Alliteration here. They're black back blends in with the ocean if someone is looking down on them. And their white belly blends in with the sky if someone is looking up. But two colors are nothing compared to the octopus's constantly changing camouflage, right? And you're all eating fish right now. But they hunt and eat a wide variety of animals, including the seal, the sea lion, the stingray, the squid, and the octopus. Right. I stop eating the Swedish fish. Next, Kaylee Vine stands up. Her shirt says, "I'm watching you," and it's got a picture of an owl with giant eyes, and it fits her perfectly, like all of her clothes do. Owls are the best animal. They're wise, and they have these things called light rods in their eyes, so they can see every single leaf on a tree in the middle of the night. And they can rotate their head more than 180 degrees, so they can see everything around them. There's something about the way that Kaylee looked around at everyone that makes me think she might be able to rotate her head more than 180 degrees too. Under her watch, no detail goes unnoticed. I realize my shirt has slipped to the side and I fix it. The downsides of a growth spurt means that my mom insists on buying clothes that are 2 sizes too big for me when she's at the consignment store. Their wings have a special pattern of interlocked feathers so they can fly silently through the air, Kaylee is saying. She isn't reading off her packet either. I wouldn't have needed to look at my packet. I know my octopus facts cold, but Kaylee is saying this stuff like not only has she known it all her life, but like everyone with half a brain would know it too. My legs start switching just imagining what I'd be like standing up there talking. Everyone would be looking at me, even the owl on Kaylee's shirt. This means they could sneak up on unsuspecting chipmunks and grab them with their sharp talons. And before you get all upset about the chipmunks, you should know that they're actually helping the chipmunk population. The strong chipmunks know how to take care of themselves. The owls are weeding out the ones who don't, and that's better for everyone. I'm pretty sure it's not a coincidence that she looks straight at me when she says this. Because if you can take care of yourself, you'd have clean clothes, and you wouldn't smell like cigarette smoke, and you definitely remember your debate packet. And how is it fair for the kids who are on top of stuff to have to share the classroom with kids who aren't? And Calvin, I want you to know that I'll be coming for you and your T-Rex's tiny little brain when we get to the Q&A part of this debate. If I had remembered my packet and made the mistake of getting up there, that owl on Kaylee's shirt would be full on rolling its giant eyes at me along with everyone else by this point. Did I really think Kaylee Vine was going to be impressed with my octopus facts? Did I really think she was going to give me a pass when the whole point of this debate is to prove everyone else wrong? It's not enough to know your stuff. Not if one of the things you know for sure is that everyone you're going up against is better than you. Chapter 6. After the school bus drops me off, I zip up my jacket and walk as quick as I can along the shoulder of Route 3. If I can get to the pizza pit before Bryce and Aurora's Head Start bus shows up, I can steal my favorite 5 minutes of the day. A logging truck whizzes past me, and I squint to block the spray of icy slush it kicks up from the road. My mom's lucky to have this job. It's not as much money as the fancy place she worked in that tiny little mountain town of Peru, Vermont, where all the skiers came, but she can't keep a job like that if your car doesn't start when it's cold out. Plus, people eat at the pizza pit year-round, and we can walk there from the trailer. When I arrived and pushed open the door, it's Connor who's holding Hector. They're standing just behind the pink neon open sign that's flashing on and off. Hector is giggling every time it turns on. Ricky, the boss, had said it's okay if Hector's around a bit. Says he makes it feel like a real family restaurant. Just as long as he doesn't cry or make a mess, and only if it's during the half hour that my mom's and Connor's shifts overlap. And even though everything would be easier if my mom's shift started half an hour later, so she wouldn't have to schmelp him there until I could take over, I'd miss getting to see Hector and Connor together. "Hey, Zoe," Connor says as soon as he sees me. "How's school today?" He's smiling his regular giant smile. No one in the world could have a smile as great as Connor's. "Where's my mom?" I ask, reaching to take Hector from him. "Do you need to take care of that table?" Connor glances over at the booth of people. "Oh, they're fine. They've been here for hours, and they've got their check already. They don't need me." Connor reached out and tickles Hector, who knows squirming in my arms, who's now squirming in my arms, trying to get back to Connor. But your mom needed me, didn't she, Mr. Cutie Pie? Because everyone went and spit up all over their uniform and she had to go change. Was that you? I say to Hector. My voice sounds awkward, mimicking Connor's happy bubbliness. But Hector's eyes are wide and he keeps giggling. I'm pretty sure I usually talk to him like my mom does, mostly tired. Here, Connor gestures over to one of the booths. Take a load off. I'll get you water with lemon. I settle onto the padded seat of the booth with Hector on my lap. He reaches for the rolled up napkin of silverware and instantly throws it on the floor. I'm sorry, I say to Connor when he comes back over. No worries, he says, pocketing the silverware roll in the small black apron around his waist. There are more where that came from. He sits down one ice water with a slice of lemon perfectly placed on top of the glass. Far enough away so it's out of Hector's reach and one spoon close by. That's for you, Mr. Cutie Pie, he says, pointing to the spoon. And the water is for your awesome older sister. Thank you, I say. I take a drink of the water while Hector is distracted by the spoon. I try to sneak a peek at Connor's tattoos. Sorry, guys. Ricky makes him wear a long-sleeve shirt under the standard black polo uniform, but you can still see the edges of them peeking out from the sleeve. He showed them to me once. There was one that looked like a cross and another cross inside it, and he said he'd gotten it when he was hiking around Peru, like the country Peru, not Peru, the tiny town where our car wouldn't start. Connor made it all the way to a place where January is summertime. So now, Connor says, sliding into the seat across from me, let's get down to business. Which is better, an igloo or a marshmallow roasting fire pit? Or a treehouse in the jungle, but you can only eat nuts? I lean back against the booth and bite back a smile. The treehouse in the jungle. Connor raises his eyebrows. Just nuts? I like nuts. He grins. Okay, what have you got for me? Let's see. I close my eyes. You have to walk across town when everything is black ice, but you get to eat warm chocolate chip cookies the whole time. Or it's a beautiful day, but you have to spend it being chased by angry squirrels. Connor laughed out loud. Oh, what a choice, Zoe. He considers for a minute. Squirrels are fast. I'll take the cookies instead, and I'll skate the whole way. Best 5 minutes of the day. Okay, guys, that's it. We'll start on the end of page 46, Wednesday.